John Klingberg makes his debut as the Oilers fall short against the Red Wings. Hey everyone, welcome into Oil Spills. This episode brought to you by Milani Plumbing and Heating, Edmonton's first choice when it comes to plumbing and heating. Rob Wong joined alongside by Edmonton Journal Oilers writer Gerry Moddejonge. And Gerry, it was first game for John Klingberg, about 16 and a half minutes in his Oilers debut. Hard to take a whole lot from his first game, but this is a guy, of course, who hasn't played in a while. What did you make of his debut with the Oilers?
For sure, Rob. I mean, just talking to him after the morning skate yesterday, he was about to, like you said, debut with the Oilers. First NHL game in 440 games. Not that I added that up, but he was the one counting them. So you can bet that was a big step for him. Obviously, playing with the, I believe it was the Steelheads in the OHL a little bit over the summer. Skating, getting back from that double hip resurfacing. Obviously, this is going to take some time. The Oilers know that. He knows that. This is also a very intriguing project for them to undertake, Rob. I don't have to tell you, this is an offensive-minded defenseman, as they've already got one in Evan Bouchard. And boy, how nice would it be to have a guy like perhaps Klingberg with Nurse and just another one of those offensive-defensive-minded defensemen in a pairing together, just like Bouchard and Ekholm are. So, you know what, in my mind, it's win-win for them. They didn't have to give up anything in the way of futures, of any sort of currency in that sort of way. So it's a worthy experiment. The only question is, of course, Rob, how long is it going to take before he's back up to speed? Obviously, you saw him last night playing in a bunch of different pairings and just trying to get his feet wet. But this is, I mean, we saw it here in 2020 in the bubble playoffs here in Edmonton. He led the entire Stars defense in points that year and throughout the playoffs. And if he can get back to sort of his former self, I know that's going back 5 years now, but still, I mean, and even just talking to him, not with any cameras, not with any sort of recordings going yesterday after the morning skate, he said this was the first time in his professional hockey career he hasn't felt like he's in pain because of the hip thing. So, unfortunately, it's not the first time he's tried to bounce back from a hip injury either. He said he's done it a couple times before even getting to the NHL when he was an 18-year-old and at 21. So, hopefully third time's a charm for him and for the Oilers.
Well, as you said, an interesting project to take on. We'll see how it plays out. A tough one for the Oilers last night, losing to the Red Wings 3-2 in a shootout. Definitely wasn't for a lack of effort. The Oilers firing 47 shots on Alex Lyon and unable to get just that extra one past him. You look at these last three games, they have 2 wins in them against teams like the Kraken, against the Sabres, and the Red Wings. So not exactly the cream of the crop in the NHL. They've all been pretty tight games. What have you taken away from this recent stretch?
No, that's fair. And it's after going through a murderer's row of much higher up in the standing opponents before that. So there might be a little bit of a letdown going on here. Of course, as we mentioned, Klingberg was being introduced. So, there wasn't really that sort of stable foundation in the defense pairings. Not that I'm looking to make excuses for them or anything, but it just goes a long way to show that, these Oilers are in a place where they feel comfortable enough now battling to and fro for first place in the Pacific Division with the Vegas Golden Knights that they can kind of lean in and have an experiment here or there. Earlier on, we saw Calvin Pickard come in on an unplanned start when Stuart Skinner was at the hospital with his wife. He was delivering their second child. So he kind of jumped in as well. Maybe these are the sort of bits of adversity you kind of want to go through as we head down towards the trade deadline and the playoff stretch here, because, things aren't always going to go as planned come the postseason time.
Absolutely. Should be a good one. Next up for the Oilers, of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs coming to town. Always a fun one on Hockey Night in Canada. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Gerry Moddejonge, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.